idiots. Welcome back to Ignorance is Blessed with me. God damn it. I'm going to change the podcast name back to the original name. I can't stop doing that. And honestly, why did I change it? We've been through this before. I've done this before. ADHD is a hellscape, and I'll probably change it 5 more times to the detriment of the entire podcast as I slowly drive it into the ground. But we're here. We made it. Happy Thursday. I'm coming in live on a Thursday. If you're listening to this later, it's probably not Thursday, but we're live in the chat, hanging out like we always do, and I got a bunch of fun stuff to tell you about what I've been doing. I got some topics from the listeners to riff on, and we're going to have a fun time. First of all, happy summer. Holy shit. Is Memorial Day, what is the official kickoff of summer? Is that summer solstice? Or is that the end of the summer? Because the summer starts to... I mean, I know it's not the end of the summer, but when does summer legally begin? Legal is not the right word, but you know what I mean. When is, like, official? Because it's always been Memorial Day as the unofficial, or is it official? Could the beginning of this podcast be any dumber? Tune in next week. Don't. I went to, first of all, I just want to say that 362 days of the year, and those of you who know me, who listen to the podcast regularly or listen to my comedy or have hung out or in the community, the League of Extraordinary Idiots, which if you want to join, jmscomedy.com/supporters. And obligatory plug right now to please rate and review this podcast wherever you're listening to it if you're having a good time. But you guys know, when it comes to politics, I'm a borderline tinfoil hat lady half the time. I lean liberal in my ideals, I think. I mean, I definitely used to be someone who thought of myself as, like, socially liberal, fiscally conservative. But then the older I got, the more I'm like, I think I was just saying something. I don't know. I'm fiscally conservative in the sense of, like, leave my fucking money alone. Unless you're gonna do something with it that is actually That's the thing, is that if I could control where my taxes went, if you could, like, check boxes and go, I want my money to go to this fund, great. Tax me. And I say this, by the way, as someone who's in the bottom. I don't have to worry about rising taxes. I'm in the tax bracket that it's like, well, someday I also might have enough money that I'm affected by tax increases, but I'm so far at the bottom, it doesn't really fucking matter. But it's like, yeah, if it would ensure it's going to, like, universal health care or helping people in need, fixing the fucking roads, education, great. But what I don't want is to be taxed so for the good of the whole, only for the government to build more missiles to launch at other countries that, like, why don't we just fucking mind our own business? Why are we doing the bidding of Israel? I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. The point is, you know, I'm kind of like a little bit fuck them all. A little bit like, I know who, like when it comes to voting, there is a large gap between the people who I'm like, well, they align with what I believe in based on what they're saying and what those people actually fucking do. And I say all that to say, as someone who is, like, constantly like, it's the duty of the people to question the government, and, like, you shouldn't just blindly follow a party line. You should, like, pay attention, use critical thinking. I have suggested podcasts like Unbiased, and that's really the only one I've suggested. I haven't listened to this Mo News one, and that seems to be kind of on the cusp, in that area of trying to just parse out what is facts and what is, you know, shiny, sparkly smoke and mirrors for either side or for or against our country, etc., etc. All that to say, when Memorial Day or 4th of July or probably even Veterans Day comes around, man, am I on board with the theme either way. I'm putting on American flags. I'm loving the troops. And I support the troops. I am thankful for the troops. I don't support the things they've always been made to do, the wars they've had to fight. I have a lot of problems with the people who just go, now we're going to war, while they sit behind a desk and young men and women go die in hopes of being able to pay for college. But that's what I realized this Memorial Day as I was getting ready to go to, not a barbecue, actually, a horse race. I went to the racetrack, the Santa Anita racetrack. I'd never done this before. To see the horse races. I got invited by a friend who had 2 tables up in the Front Runners Club. It's the restaurant on the 5th floor at Santa Anita. And he had 2 tables. This friend of mine's family had a horse in the race, so he has a very different family than mine. But his family owns this gorgeous farm in Lexington, Kentucky. When I went on tour a couple years ago with Audrey Stewart as my feature, we actually went and hung out there, and it was just green and horses as far as the eye could see. And they're not all race horses, but tons of horses, and this one happened to be. But I realized as I was getting dressed, I was trying to put together what's a cool horse track outfit. I love a theme. Like, I don't care. I used to be so embarrassed if I showed up dressed up for a vibe and everyone else was just so casual, which isn't really what happened here anyway. But now, fuck it. If there's even a hint of a theme, even if the theme is just the location, I'm leaning in. I love to dress up, but I realized as I was trying on outfits, I was real red, white, and blue. And it doesn't matter. I think it's fucking honestly sad that I even had a second thought about, that we live in this time where people go if you're in red, white, and blue, are people going to think I'm a hardcore Republican? That we've somehow backwards our way into the flag, meaning anti-social, not antisocial, but I don't know, any type of liberal causes that the flag can't stand for. I still want the place I live to be good, even if I feel rocky about it. Bums me the fuck out. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling that or even that has crossed anyone's mind, but it is I don't know that the American flag was always associated with this redneck level of patriotism, but it does feel like some people think that now, and that's fucked up, because the whole point is that it should be representative of the melting pot that is America, and that's not what this fucking episode's about. So I'm not gonna get all philosophical, but the point is, it's just so funny how I can be you can't just blindly follow leadership, and you can't just support the people who just well, no matter what, whoever the president is, he's our president, so we gotta back him up. That's fucking stupid. And on that note, if you follow that trail of red, white, and blue, I guess now I've realized why people have maybe started associating, if I have the flag or if I'm wearing the colors, outside viewers might think that I'm down for whatever America's doing. And that fucking sucks that it can't be about the people. But man, do I love a theme. Do you guys dress up? Are you guys barbecuing? I did miss having a barbecue, but thankfully I did a show in El Segundo last night, and little inside comedy, if you're doing a show in El Segundo, there's a 95% chance that show is run by Dave Williamson, aka Meat Dave, who is a great comic, fabulous meat smoker, just a pit master extraordinaire. He tours pretty regularly, or he used to. I don't know if he still does, because he's doing his own thing. But with Burt Kreischer, and he'd be smoking meats on the tour bus. Not recently. I feel like one of Burt's buses caught on fire. It's important to say, Meat Dave was not on that bus. But now he owns, or he's a partner in a restaurant down there. This place called Old Town Patio, and they do a show every 2 weeks on the back patio. And he grills up the meats. That's on the menu. And comics, if you're on the show, part of your payment, classic comedy is week, a free plate. You get a free plate of meat and sides. So don't worry, everyone. I got my fill of barbecue. Phil, do you ever get your fill? Barbecue is a food where, like, I will eat beyond my limits. I'm still suffering. My pants can barely button. Like, I had a plate and I was last in the lineup, so I had time before I had to go up. And I ate past the point of feeling full. Like, barbecue is a food where, like, if it's in front of me, even if I'm full, like, you got to take it away, or I'm going to just, like, just take bite. Because it's, when it's good, when it's, like, melt in your mouth, meaty deliciousness, oh, my God. A good brisket? Dude, fuck you. I would put up with an abusive husband if he could make a good brisket. Luckily, I have a wonderful partner who I don't think has ever smoked a brisket, which that's not a lucky part, but luckily I don't have to worry about a piece of food holding my relationship together. Although it is crazy when I look at past relationships, how long I've stayed past the point of knowing that it's fucking, this isn't good. This is not but been like, you know, commitment. Let's, like, try to make it work. It's crazy how far I've been able to push that in shitty relationships when you think about how easily I give up on something that's good for me, like a workout routine or a specific diet for my rheumatoid arthritis. But we're back. I'm on day 3 of a new / old workout plan. So who's getting a summer glow up with me? I'm doing dig deeper with Shanti. It's muscles. It's weights. We'll see. I feel good though. That's the thing I have to remember, is because the forward-facing main reason I tell myself I want to work out is because I want to try to be in better shape, because I want to look more attractive in various, outfits. I want to be more fit for camera because I want to do more acting, and, you got a wider range of roles if you're a little more fit. But what I forget when I've fallen out of a workout routine, what I think is so important to remember, and I'm like, how do I, like, plaster these reminders everywhere to myself without terrorizing my sweet, very organized OCD fiance with memos everywhere, that I feel so good when I work out. I feel so much better on days I sweat a little. Like, even, it's night and day. It's crazy. But all that to say, I am supposed to start beta blockers, and I haven't. Prescribed by the cardiologist, because I still got those extra heartbeats, and I haven't started them because I'm nervous. I'm going to start them on the weekend when Nate's home. Nobody told me to do this, by the way. I'm on the smallest dose. Does anyone take beta blockers? I've had friends who take them for anxiety. Mine are not for anxiety. It's literally to try to, like, see if I can get this, like, extra heartbeat situation I have going to, like, simmer. But I have low resting heart rate and low blood pressure. So a beta blocker scares me because I have read that they can be a little dangerous for low blood pressure, low heart rate. And the doctor even did say, he's like, yes, that's true. That's why I'm giving you the absolute smallest dose. The dose I'm giving you doesn't even come in a pill. You're going to have to cut it in half. But I have, like, evidence throughout my life of doctors not understanding how serious I am when I go, I really need, like, the smallest dose. Like, I don't know what it is. I should probably carry this into my dieting. And because I go, well, that's just not enough for anyone to eat when I calculate my macros based on my height. That's just an absurdly low amount of food. It's like, probably not for you. You're a little person. Shut up. But it's like, with Adderall, I was originally prescribed 10 milligram XRs, and it worked, but I was a fucking zombie, and it was too much, and the side effects were too much. Like, I need, like, baby amounts of stuff. So I am going to start those, but I want to wait till Nate's home just in case, to ease my own brain of, like, I don't even know what would happen. What if I just pass out? And that's also shitty to be like, well, now that the weekend's here and you're trying to relax, I'm going to take these pills that I'm prescribed and you make sure I don't die. But that's neither here nor there. Speaking of here nor there, not that that's a great segue, we have an election coming up here in Los Angeles. God, is it next week? Oh my God. I gotta do my mail-in. I don't need to do the mail-in. I'm home. But, I don't know. I like the mail-in. But next week is the nonpartisan primary. For Los Angeles. And listen, I need to do a lot more research on each of the candidates so I can make an informed choice for myself. I try my best, even though, as previously stated, I know kind of which direction I lean. You know, someone who is in charge of what goes on in the city is a lot different in terms of their responsibilities than someone in charge of the country. And so the things that, you know, are top priorities for me, not that I try not to be a single issue voter, but like they obviously shift based on the position that I am voting for. And all that to say, I'm so fucking tired of Spencer Pratt. I'm tired of hearing about it. I keep getting DMs from people I don't know. People I do know, honestly, that don't live in LA, have never lived in LA, aren't thinking of living in LA, who want to talk about it. Not only like just, you know, fine, close friends going, just curious, I've been seeing a lot about this. What are you thinking about? Spencer Pratt, the guy from reality TV running for mayor. He's obviously doing a decent enough press campaign. Nobody's asking me what I think of Nitya Raman or Karen Bass. I don't even know if I'm saying her name right, and she is the mayor. But shut the fuck up about Spencer Pratt if you don't live here. Honestly, like, and this is for people who are not for people asking about it in this context, because this was a suggestion from one of my delightful listeners who's live with us. But like, the fact that this is like, people are making content about this. He's a reality show star. There are already whispers. He is already filming this under the assumption that if he gets it, he will have a reality show deal about his mayoral campaign, about being the mayor. And it's like, I don't need you producing TV about the fucking mayor. I don't need to know the ins and outs of what a mayor is doing, because reality TV is fake. I don't need drama created so that you can have good television using the city around you. Like, what are you talking about? Also, can we just all come together and go, hey, if you are a reality TV person, politics is off the table. I'm sorry. Have we not learned? Look at Trump, and I don't care where you land politically, like, what the fuck is going on? And I don't even like to talk about him. I almost said in the chat that I was like, I'm going to talk about this before we go on the air because I don't want to talk about it on the air. And that's not like, it's not like I'm like, I don't want to ruffle any feathers if there's listeners who are, you know, MAGA. Dude, at this point, if you're MAGA, like, I feel bad for you. I feel bad that, like, you're either in such a state of denial or you are truly lacking in cognitive capabilities to understand what's in your best interest, also in the best interest of the country. Like, how can you be patriotic and be, with the amount of shit going on, just gas alone? Like, aren't you like, okay, I'm out? And there's way more than that. But, like, for fuck's sake, is there no bottom line? But my hesitation to ever talk about it is because I do think there is something to all press is good press. And I think power is maintained, the allure is somehow maintained because people are driven to this like controversy and this like, ooh, what will they do next? And I think America is such a celebrity obsessed culture that we have become hyper focused on like wanting the inside scoop. And we have this president who will like tweet, Truth Social, whatever you want to call what he does, like go like flagrant about his opinions or what he's working on, or like say crazy things. And I think people are addicted to that. Like it's a reality show, but it's like, this is our actual lives. Like this is not a reality show. And I think it's a problem. I personally don't think we should be hearing from the president on a daily basis, on a more than daily basis, because, and that's not like we shouldn't know what's going on, but it's like, he should be fucking busy. He's the president. Have you ever tried to run a small committee? I don't even remember what it was called, the campus activities chair of my sorority. And that consumed me in a way that like, that ate up whatever free time I had left after my part-time job and my classes. And the discontent among my small group of sorority sisters, you know, a couple hundred max, probably less than 200. I don't remember what the size of our chapter was. Trying to agree on things and do what was best, even though that meant sometimes, you know, not everyone would be super happy, but in the end game, it was going to be for the good of the whole. That was stressful. That was a lot. He's supposed to do that for the whole country, and he's tweeting from the toilet? Like, we don't need Trump Jr. running LA. This idea of also, like, the thing that I'm stuck on with Spencer Pratt, and then I'll shut the fuck up and move on to something else, which is gonna be fun. This is like, boy, we really ran a roller coaster today. But you know what? Life is a roller coaster, isn't it? I miss roller coasters. I got to go to Epic. So ADHD. Universal Studios. I didn't go on enough rides. I ran out of time. So much fun. There's a Harry Potter ride. It was so much fun. There's a Monsters ride. Not Monsters Incorporated. There's just like a Dracula, like old school, like the Universal Monsters ride. The food there is great. Oh my God, I want to go back. I love Universal Studios in Florida so much. I love theme parks so much. Can I just quit comedy and become a theme park blogger? I love a theme. Spencer Pratt on homelessness. His whole thing is homeless people are drug addicts. So I'm going to offer them the ability to go to rehab and get clean or get out. And it's like, get out where? First of all, that's like, where? What are you going to fucking put them on a train or put people on trains? Where are you sending them? You think any other city is going to be like, yeah, sure, drop them off here. Also, homelessness is such a crisis in Los Angeles, largely because of the cost of living. They keep raising rents, they raise the price of housing, and people are no longer affording where they used to live. They can't afford anywhere to go. If you can't afford your fucking monthly rent, you sure as hell can't afford to pack up and move away. That costs money. And I read something recently that maybe 25% of people homeless in Los Angeles are drug addicts. So what about everybody else? It's just that whole, it's like a magnifying glass on a fraction of a problem, which politicians love to do. They love to try to get people on their side by going, look at this little tiny thing and go, this is crazy. Like, I don't know where Spencer Pratt lives. I guarantee most of the people DMing me going, what do you think about this Spencer Pratt stuff? I actually think he has good ideas. I guarantee they do. They're fucking obsessed with him probably. They have followed him since whatever, The Hills, Laguna Beach. I don't even know what he was on. He used to like have hummingbirds in a hat on Snapchat and people were like, oh, he's so kooky and fun. Hasn't he gone bankrupt? Hasn't he been arrested for something? I don't know where he lives specifically, all I do know is there's not a fucking chance there's a bunch of homeless people around his house. There's not a chance any of the fucking millionaires going, oh my God. Like, they don't see. I live in a neighborhood where you walk one way and it's beautiful. It's scenic. It's Pleasantville. There's these cute little shops. And you're like, wow, America, Main Street, USA. And you walk the other way when you leave my house and it's homeless people. It's meth heads. It's families in tents. He is speaking in theoreticals. No one who is a millionaire plus, no celebrity, no A or B list celebrity who's like, the homelessness is out of control. They don't fucking see them. They live in a gated community behind probably a wall made out of shrubs. They don't see shit. They're just like, how dare poor people live? They're looking down from the mountain with a telescope going, oh my God, this is out of control. It's disgusting. They're not affected by it. They just hate poor people. Is that enough? Is that enough of a rant for everybody? I don't know what to tell you. There is something about, someone said, what about the Iran war? Yeah, what about the Iran war? Truly. Why is this still going on? And I do feel bad for the people who, I feel bad for so many people. Most Americans, it's like, don't want this and are now dealing with it at the gas pump. I have an electric car. I'm not really dealing with it at the gas pump, but I see the prices and it pisses me off. And the fact that the rest of the world, what blows my mind is the rest of the world is being impacted by this, which is fucked up, but also like, how much of our tax money has gone to wildly insane military weaponry that no one has stepped in? That there isn't a couple countries that just got together and they're like, hey, America, you gotta fucking quit. Are we all gonna die? But with that, I should stop reading the chat. Oh, good. Top chat. You know what I love about top chat is, this is inside YouTube, but really only shows you the dumb things people say. Anyway. That's that. I think that about rounds out the episode. But before we go, I have a big, important announcement. And if you are live in the chat, if you want to hang around for a minute after, I'll chat for a little bit once I close out this episode. But here's the big news. I am going to go on a hiatus from the podcast. Hey, idiots, for the summer. Taking a summer break. I think I need to recalibrate. I think I might want to go back to the old interview style. I think it was better. I think this is fun for some people, but it's just sort of this in-between of what is the show. And right now, it's all on me to record it, edit it, repost it, and I don't currently have the bandwidth to do that and everything else I'm doing. So the public free for everyone podcast will be paused for the time being. But if you're listening to this and you are one of the people going, no, I actually love interacting. I love hearing from you. I have fun with this crazy nonsense. I like hearing you lose your mind over dumb shit. It makes me feel smarter, or whatever your reasoning. I am taking my what do I want to call it? The League of Extraordinary Idiots, my community, my fan club. Feels weird saying fan club, even though I know I have fans. That's fine. But it feels like it's a little more than that. I try to be interactive as much as I can. I've tried to stop doing DMs everywhere else because a lot of people are assholes. And now my DM access is limited to, you have to be in the fan community. So I want to focus on doing fun stuff with the people who really enjoy my shit. Because if I'm putting the energy out there, it might as well be more towards, the folks that really dig what I'm putting out there. So while the podcast is going to be paused after this episode, you can still engage in live rants every Tuesday live at 5, which I will be doing based on audience suggestions from community members. You can sign up at the community, jmscomedy.com/supporters. All levels will be invited to the Tuesday at 5 live rants. I will be creating a Google form to take suggestions ahead of time because I really want to make it more like live riffing, which is a section I do in my podcast. I want to bring that to the live. Moki, what can you do? So I'll be taking suggestions leading up to every week from you guys, the community, the League of Extraordinary Idiots. You can be a bronze member, which is free, silver member, gold member, platinum member if you want to go crazy. And everyone will be invited to Tuesday live at 5. But upping the fun for the gold members. I'm making a summer movie club. Summer movie Mondays. Look at me trying to figure out graphics. Are going to start next week. So Tuesday at 5, we'll still be going live at 5. Rants for only members of the community. It won't be a live public broadcast on YouTube anymore. The link will be limited to those of you who join the community to keep out the riffraff, or to at least make the riffraff have to give me their email. And if you want to have some Monday night fun, we're watching silly movies every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're kicking it off on June 1st with Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The movies we watch are a selection of my comedy favorites, some comedies I haven't seen and it's fucking a nightmare embarrassment that I haven't seen them. Like, what do you mean? Do you live under a rock? Yes. And then some other ones that I just thought sounded fun. Everyone at all levels will be invited to the June 29th watch along of Head of State. How it will work is I'll be live on screen. We'll all be watching the movie. I'll be doing a little bit of Mystery Science Theater 3000-ish riffing on the movie, but also on what's going on in the chat. There will be breaks for more chat. Catching up on the chat, chit-chat, see what we're thinking. If it's a movie people haven't seen, they can guess the plot. We talk about what we love, what we hate. We'll be snacking. There will be Q&A/AMA/miniature hangs at the end of every movie. And it's just a fun way to unwind with like a little group. So I think that sometimes work gets us in a little hamster wheel and I don't know about you guys, maybe not. We stop socializing as much as we should, and this obviously isn't like in-person interacting, but I think this is an easy way to like, okay, let me like remember that hanging out with friends is fun. So come hang out, come riff, come get silly. jmscomedy.com/support. Supporters, just go to jmscomedy.com, click the button that says League of Extraordinary Idiots. You can join. And there's more fun, more perks. I will be sending little snack packs to everyone who's a gold member and up. They may not get there in time for Monty Python. You got to give me a couple days after you join for those to get in the mail. But they'll be custom based on the snacks you love. A fun little silliness from me. I just want to have a fun summer. Let's get back to old school, having fun, silly summers. Can we do it as adults? What do you do in the summertime to channel your childlike joy, the kid at heart? Let me know. Drop it in the chat. Join the community and send me a little message. So with that, I hope to see you at Summer Movie Mondays. I hope to see you in the members only live at 5s the Tuesdays to come. Or I'll see you in the fall. Either doing the podcast or out on the road or who knows what. Maybe in a scary movie. Only time will tell. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient with my ignorance. See you soon, idiots.